This is the given pattern to be printed. So this pattern is like one triangle, where triangle will be filled up with the character asterisk or star. To have a better clarity and for the better counting and understanding, we have replaced these blank spaces by dots so that you can easily count that how many blank spaces are there. Later in the execution, we can replace these dots by the blank spaces accordingly, so that I can get only this star forming a triangle. So now here we will be forming one tracing table. Here the value of n given by the user is 5. So 5 layers are there in this particular drawing, in this particular pattern. So I is the layer number, so it should be ranging from 1 to 5. In the first layer we are having 4 blank spaces and 1 asterisk symbol. In the second layer we are having 3 blank spaces and 3 asterisk symbols are there. We are having 2 blank spaces and 5 asterisk symbols are there. We are having 1 blank space, 7 asterisk symbols are there, and at last we are having 0 blank spaces and 9 asterisk symbols are there. So now let us get the respective formula with the help of which this blank space and the star count can be represented with respect to the layer number, that is I. So here you see, in case of blank space, the value of I is increasing and the value of B, or the number of blank spaces in the respective layer, is also decreasing. So one is increasing, another one is decreasing. So what is the logic? Logic I told you earlier, the value which is increasing should be subtracted from a fixed quantity so that the difference value should decrease. If you are not getting, you can try in this way. You see, 5 minus 1, that is 4. 5 minus 2, that is 3. 5 minus 3, that is 2. 5 minus 4, that is 1. And 5 minus 5, that is 0. So the logic for blank is nothing but n minus I. Now what about the logic? What about the logic for star? In case of star, you see, the I is increasing, also star is increasing. I is increasing by 1 and star is increasing by 2. So always remember, whenever one variable is increasing by 1 but the other variable is increasing by 2, in that case we should multiply this I by 2. So that means in this way I can get the logic. You see, 2 into 1, that is 2, minus 1, that is 1. 2 into 2, that is 4, minus 1, that is 3. 2 into 4, that is 8, minus 1, that is 7. 2 into 5, that is 10, minus 1, that is 9. So in this way I can get this formula, that is 2 into I minus 1. So blank will have this count, will have the formula, that is n minus 1, and for star counting the respective expression will be 2 into I minus 1. So I'm getting the value from the keyboard as input, and then for n number of layers, that means for I is equal to 1, I less than equal to n, I plus plus, I shall be printing certain number of blanks, then I shall print certain number of stars, then I shall go for a continuity break. So how many dots, how many blank spaces we are going to print? The logic is n minus I. So for j is equal to 1, j less than equal to n minus I, j plus plus, so printf we are having this dot. And how many stars at the ith layer? 2 star I minus 1. So for j is equal to 1, j less than equal to 2 star I minus 1, j plus plus, and here we are printing the stars there. And this printf slash n will break the continuity of the layer so that the next layer will start printing from the next row. So let me execute my code. So the code is in front of you, and here we are doing the output. So here the value of n I am supplying here is 5, so that I can get my pattern which I drew earlier. So let me go for other values. Let me check whether it is true for all values of n or not. I am putting here 11. So here the pattern is getting printed. If you don't require this dots there, then obviously this dot can be replaced by a space. Don't forget to leave a space here, otherwise it will become a null. So now I'm getting this one. I'm just executing the code once again. So I'm just putting here say 11. Now the pattern has been obtained. The dots are not coming, but the spaces are coming. So it is very difficult to count that how many spaces are there. So that's why in the initial tracing part we put dots there for the better understanding. So in this way this pattern can be generated. So you can work with such patterns, and this is a very common question in our exams, so have a good practice over them. So let me work with some other patterns. Say I'm putting there 12. So now see, there is an even number I tried with 5 and 11, they were the odd numbers. So for the even number also the pattern looks good. So I think that logic is clear. So program writing is not difficult if you get the logic which is going to be implemented. So please put your comments, put your issues, whatever you are facing problems. If you can't understand this one, also put comments in the comment block. We'll be giving you the support, and thanks for watching this video.